Isotopes. What are they? Isotopes are atoms of an element that have same number of protons but have different numbers of neutrons in the nucleus. To identify isotopes, you will first need to understand the composition of the element. The four composition of the elements you will need to know to identify an isotopes are protons, neutrons, mass number, and atomic number. Protons define the element, meaning each element have their own specific number of protons. Neutrons are the key particles of an isotope. Each element usually have equal number of protons and neutrons. Mass number differs for each different isotopes of an element. Atomic number is equal to the number of the protons of an element. Since atomic number equals to the number of protons in an element, we can easily find out the isotopes. For example, carbon have an atomic number of 6 and usually have mass number of 12 as shown on the very left and on the periodic table. The 6 on the bottom indicates the atomic number and 12 on the top indicates the mass number, which is 6 protons and 6 neutrons added together. This is called carbon-12. The middle carbon shown here have mass number of 13. This is because in the nucleus there are 6 protons and 7 neutrons. You can find this out by subtracting 6, which is the atomic number, from 13, the mass number. This is called carbon-13 and is an isotope of carbon. The last carbon shown here have the mass number of 14. This is because in the nucleus there are 6 protons and 8 neutrons. You can find this out by subtracting 6, which is atomic number, from 14, the mass number. This is called carbon-14, an isotope of carbon. You cannot change the number of atomic number because each element have a specific atomic number. In this case, if you change the atomic number to 7, it is no longer a carbon, but it becomes nitrogen. Note that isotopes are not shown on the periodic table. In conclusion, isotopes of an element have very similar chemical properties because they have the same number of protons and electrons. They have different mass due to the different numbers of neutrons it has.